just me, so easy to be when I'm only with you. Open inside and with nothing to hide from your view. Since long ago I was the...
No. Okay, cut the crap. Look, we have a huge problem around the world when it comes to obsessions. Everybody has an obsession with something. Like, of course I do. I have, like, film and stuff like that, and where the wild things are. But how far you take them, especially with relationships, can hurt you in the long run pretty darn bad. Especially with GLBT people, because especially when you, like, let's say you see someone on TV and you, like, fall in love with them, like, there's a new kid, Justin Bieber, and everybody seems to be obsessed with him, and so, let's say you just fall in love with him. Well, if you find out that he is straight, and, like, you've sent him all these gifts, and you've made statues of him, and, like, monuments, and it's only gonna hurt you in the long run. Like, it's gonna, it could, and there have been cases, a few cases where kids have even, like, obsessed about someone so much, and when they've been denied, they've killed themselves, and I just don't want that to happen to anybody. And basically, you shouldn't take an obsession to an extreme, unless, well, let me rephrase that. You should only take an obsession to an extreme if it's part of who you are. Like where the wild things are. To me, that's a huge obsession with me at the moment. I can guarantee after a couple months or a couple weeks or whatever, a couple days, a couple weeks, it'll probably die down. But right now, it's my obsession. But when it comes to a relationship, if you have an obsession, I used to have an obsession or two, but when you find out that the person is straight and you've sent them, like, you wrote poetry for them or you wrote a letter for them or something, it only hurts you. And you'll feel, like, terribly, like, why am I stuck here? Why am I stuck with the 10% of people who are gay or lesbian or transgender? And yeah, you are stuck in that 10%. And not only are you stuck in the 10%, but if you're a guy, you're stuck in, like, what are the 7% or something, that, or 5% that are gay, actual, like, guy gay, and then you're shrunken even smaller, the people that are actually attracted to you. And so, and the same goes with lesbian, and the same goes with transgender and all that. There are only 10% of us in this world. I think it's growing personally. I think it has to do with evolution, but I think it's more like, I don't know, 12% now or something. But anyway, that's just an opinion. So, yeah, of course we're stuck in the 10%, but that doesn't mean anything. That's why obsessions for GLBTQ people like me, it's worse for us than it is for straight people. Because girls obsess about guys all the time when they're straight, you see them at, like, Jonas Brothers concerts and things like that, but for us, it's not a good thing, because 90% of the people, or I think a little less, are straight, and when you obsess about someone who you think is gay, or is straight but hasn't gotten in a relationship, and you think you can change them or something, it only hurts you. And I just want to say, you should really stick to small crushes and likings and stuff. So this week, there's a kid at school that I really like, and I'll probably obsess about him I'll probably like him for the next, like, week or two, and then I'll find out, like, he's not this, or maybe a month or something. But after that, like, I move on. It's just stick with the small things and stick with a lot of people. Don't shorten your span of people to one person, because there's so many people out there that are good looking, and you don't have to stick with just one, because that's pretty stupid. It's very obsessive, and yeah, it could end up killing you in the long run, like I said. Why do I repeat myself so much? Anyway. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about, I guess, for week 2, is obsessions, and basically everybody's obsessed about it, whether you like it or not, about something, someone, and just how far you take it that can hurt you and hurt others. Sometimes even people like us, could really hurt, like physically or mentally, the person who ends up being straight, and sometimes it makes it really awkward for them. Like, you don't want to make it awkward for the person. Like, I accidentally sent a letter to one of the people I actually really liked a couple years ago, and I still don't know if he's straight or gay, but because he never responded. I don't think he's talked to me since. But anyway, I was obsessed about him a couple years ago, and I sent him a letter, and in the mail, about how to tell me if he is or isn't gay, and never got a response. But whether he was or wasn't, it probably made him feel really awkward, because no matter who you are, unless you know who the person is, or you have a strong feeling for it and they've sort of admitted it just to you, then you really shouldn't do those kind of things. You shouldn't send a letter, you shouldn't obsess about them, you shouldn't do any of that. And you shouldn't obsess about anybody in general. It's just stupid. Even though I guess I did it, and everybody else does too. So, yeah. I guess that's all I wanted to say. Don't obsess about things. Stick with small and broad relationships. And, but when you do get the special someone, your first one, or your second or third person you like, and you go out with them, don't treat that like you're gonna get married to them, because that happens quite a bit, where you give them everything. You give them chocolate, you take them out everywhere, and everybody needs their personal space, especially if we're still in high school or college, and you can't just expect to get married to the first person you see on the street, or the first person you date. That's not gonna happen. If it does, I can almost guarantee it's not gonna be a long relationship at all. So yeah, I guess that's it. Don't obsess. Take small relationships instead, and don't think you're going to get married on the first 1 to 5 or whatever, dates, Actually, probably a lot more than that, but, I guess that's it. Okay. Well, I'm going to be posting the week 2, I guess it's going to be week 1.5 for the Making Your World, and I think probably tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday, because the last one, it was just a half a week thing, because it's really simple. And yeah, so yeah, comment if you want to about times you've obsessed and it's hurt you, or actual times you disagree with me and you think it actually makes you better and stuff like that. Just comment below, and I guess that's it. Bye.